Um, huh, Hello and welcome to today. And people have been asking me about how to deal with anxiety and depression. Because anxiety and depression, they're kind they're kind of same. Well, so like anxiety is like this part of you that's like, hey, everything is horrible. People hate you, and you're just an embarrassment to you and yourself and your family, and blah blah blah. And everything's gonna kill you. Everything you're gonna die. And so there are these thoughts that are like they're your thoughts, but they're not like thoughts that you want to have. You're like, because you're like, there's part of you that's like one has good thoughts, and then you got these other bad thoughts just keep popping in right all the time. And then of course then you got the depression because you got anxiety like, hey, we're gonna die, blah, 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 blah. And then there's this other part of you, depression part, another part of you that's saying stuff that's like, oh, what? That sounds like a good idea because this sucks. I want out of this. And the anxiety's like, no, we don't. This is terrible. Everything's terrible. And the depression's like, yeah, I agree. Everything's terrible. Oh, oh, this is gonna be over. And then you're sitting there in the middle, and you're like, well, these are my thoughts, but they're not my thoughts because they're not the thoughts that I want to have. And then, but these thoughts are just keep popping in, and they're being thoughts that I don't want to have these thoughts. And so you're like, I have to stop having the bad thoughts. And I was stupid. I have really kind of dumb thoughts, and I don't want to have these thoughts. I want to have better thoughts. And then everybody's like, oh, why don't you just cheer yourself up? And you're like, I can't cheer myself up. There's part of myself that won't listen to me. And that's kind of the problem because I don't want to feel yucky. I just feel yucky, and I don't want to feel yucky anymore. And how do I stop feeling yucky? Well, you got a lot of it, you got, uh, when it comes right down to it, there's no easy answers. There's just no easy answers. But, you have those moments where you find yourself where you can kind of pull it together for a minute or two. And then you're doing okay. And then you just kind of keep pulling it together and going, kind of working your thoughts out. And then your thoughts, pretty soon you're controlling your thoughts. So the other thoughts, the bad thoughts you don't want to have to be thinking, you start thinking more positive thoughts. And you really just kind of start telling those thoughts to stop thinking. And then you're pulled to. What? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, well, it's a pretty crappy thing to have to go through, and I'm really sorry you have to go through it. And people out there, if you got friends and stuff who are going through that kind of stuff, don't just say, hey, suck it up, man. Even though, a lot of times just saying, because you don't want to hear people tell you to suck it up. You just gotta finally just tell yourself, I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna deal with it. If I gotta go see somebody, I'll go see somebody. There's no problem with going to see somebody. And if you broke your leg, you aren't gonna try to fix it yourself, are you? No, just go see somebody who knows what they're doing. That's what you should do. So, all right, that's kind of my point. You're pretty awesome. Have a super, just have a super awesome day. And if you can convince yourself to just be happy, then that's pretty cool. And if you can't convince yourself to be happy because there's parts of you that just doesn't seem to like they want to be happy, well then just go see somebody to help you work that out because that's pretty cool. They know what they're doing. They're good people. I can give you some referrals. All right, so you're pretty awesome. Everybody have a super awesome whatever you're having. All right, we'll see you around. Stuff. I found my remote so I can turn it, so I don't have to reach over to there to stop it. I can just.
All right. I love me some Rodney Norman. Welcome. It is Mornings with the Dred. Mrs. Dredge is here. Of course, Kelly, if you've been watching our Trill Crime, that may be a name that sticks. I don't know. You may recognize Kelly. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. CW is with us from across the pond. Do you know that,
Ooh.
Jody? We are international. We are international, Mrs.
Oh.
Shreds. at least with one person. It is afternoon there, so good afternoon, CW. Four pit bulls across America wishes us a good morning. Morning, Dreads. So I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, for those that have seen this shit show of a show,
Disclaimer.
disclaimer what?
You're cussing.
My cussing. Well,
Oh God, I'm bad
there
for
is
that too.
there is right up there. Hey, we're over.
No,
a
we all.
minute.
I think we all do it. It's just he never throws a disclaimer out there to like.
No, because I have Dave the stoner up there in the corner letting everybody know. Dave the stoner, yes, that was a good segue into telling everyone if you're into indie horror and you like to help out a fun new project. Hellvira on the Run is the short that I did a little voiceover in, and I'm going to be playing a Dave the Stoner in Hellvira's Haunted Asylum of Horror. That's over on Indiegogo.
Yeah.
If you can't donate financially, I know it's tough everywhere. Share and share far and wide. This is going to be fun. This will be my first acting gig. Can you imagine me in front of a camera? Ah,
It's gonna be interesting.
it is going to be interesting. Although I got to play a stoner, so that's pretty easy.
Just playing your everyday life.
Playing my everyday life. Boy, Kelly, this is your first time on this on this show full of nonsense. Oh, speaking of mornings with the Dreads, hey, we both got our little fancy
Yes, we
schmancy
do.
coffee mugs here. If you want one of them, hey, just you can always send me a message and I can get you one. You know what? You don't want your coffee mug to leave rings on your table. So you may need these very awesome, that is slate
That is cool.
with a cork backing. This is laser engraved. That is not like painted on. That is laser engraved. I have sets of these. I have sets of 6. Low price of $50. That's pretty good. That's less than $10 to code. The craftsmanship. This has been coated, as you can see, the sheen on it. It has been coated, so it's protected against heat and things like that. So you may need one of them or a set of those to put your fancy smancy. That's the word of the day. Fancy smancy.
schmancy.
Those are pretty badass. We might have to look into those. I like this.
Yeah, I got a whole box of them over here. Smithson Creations. Sean Smithson made those, and he's actually also in Hellvira's Haunted Asylum and Hellvira on the Run.
Yep.
He plays a character called Bone Ripper who tries to, call his ex-girlfriend and
It's the wrong number.
and he gets the wrong number and calls Hellvira Mistress of Midnight.
That's who answers.
That's who answers the call. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, that's on Cineverse. If you haven't seen that, that's pretty. It's a fun little short. So today I got some fun weird facts, and I have some articles from the Smoking Gun.
Oh geez.
Oh geez is
I
right.
really wish you'd start sending me these articles.
No, because hell, I don't even read them. I don't know. It's going to be, Now, where should we start? We have a suspect had a handgun inside his body,
Oh no.
not on his person, actually inside of him.
Let's start there.
You want to start there? Yeah, because this is interesting. And I didn't read the article, but we also have a drug suspect claims someone put meth in his underwear while he slept. Here's one. Have you guys ever heard of the little store called Come and Go?
No.
No, it's
Mhm.
spelled K-U-M and go. Yeah, I know.
No.
So a man pleasured himself, then departed from a come and go. He did exactly what the fucking sign told him to do.
And he still got in trouble?
Oh yeah, he got in trouble. All right, see what you Kelly's like, what did I could have slept in for all this?
I couldn't have slept in. I've been up since 4:30 with these kids.
Oh, jeez, I'm glad I ain't got to go through that no more. All right,
I
so
love them.
oh, well, you know,
They're a lot of work, but I love them.
they're a lot of work, but once they're grown and doing their own thing, you have a whole new appreciation for life. Let me tell you, it
believe
is
it.
fun. You make a lot of good memories. Watch a lot of first steps, first this, first that. That's exciting. But damn, when they all move out, man, we've been living our best life. Me and Mrs. Dred, just me, her, and a dog. Now dogs and 2
Yeah.
cats. Ugh.
You should have introduced a puppy.
I know. Maybe
She's
we will.
sleeping.
Yeah. She's sleeping right now. And hey, don't poke a sleeping bear. Let me tell you,
Yeah, a little half-pound bear.
a little half-pound terror. All right. So, cops suspect had a handgun inside his body. This is in Indiana. I know you would have been thinking Florida or Ohio. We're kind of just as bad. But a pistol was found during a strip search in an Indiana lockup. An ex-con with a lengthy rap sheet who was prohibited from carrying a handgun had a Smith & Wesson pistol stashed in his rectum when he was booked into jail early this morning.
How?
I was thinking the same thing. How do you get something
Do
like
you really need a weapon that bad that you would risk really damaging yourself? Because think about
Yeah.
it ain't like a gun's like straight, like
No, I mean, you're looking at, about that tall from bottom of the handle to the top of the gun, even a little pea shooter. You're looking at least that wide. How are you putting it in this way
and then bending.
or this way, or you got to go up and curl? I don't
Can you
think we need.
imagine that misfire? You're
Ooh,
done
ooh.
for.
Oh my
That would
God.
be
I didn't
rough.
even think about that. Hopefully
Yeah.
the safety was on and didn't get shut off or turned
Yeah.
back on. Christopher Boyd, 32, was a passenger in a vehicle pulled over around 2 a.m. for obstructing or an obstructed license plate. The driver and a second passenger were eventually released after being searched by Evansville cops. A pat down of Boyd, however, turned up a small bag of multiple pills in his right sock. Boyd reported he said he got the narcotics from his Aunt Trish.
He done threw Aunt Trish under the bus.
Aunt Trish got
He never
thrown
ratted her
right out in
out.
front of the
He probably gave her
RTA.
address too.
I know. She lives at,
Social.
yeah. And she got them from Uncle Pete. And believed the pills to be Percocet. He used the painkiller because he had a bullet lodged in his spine.
I wonder why.
Did he try this before? Come on, man.
Could you imagine being one sitting there and that gun go off? You'd be traumatized because you'd be like, this dude just seriously exploded from the inside.
Right, exactly.
This is unreal.
If the ass gets
Before
shot
being
off.
placed in a cruiser, Boyd was searched. Though he claimed to be unable to spread his legs very far due to a spine injury. While searching in Boyd's groin area, Boyd tensed up. A cop noted, adding that he asked the suspect if he had anything stuffed in his groin or buttocks. Boyd stated that he did not. I guess he thought he was going to be able to hide this thing.
Did he not think that he was already going to jail
Crazy.
for the pills?
Yeah, this is,
I would just no. Okay, and here's
Why not
what
just toss it, like something,
I was gonna
if
say.
you knew
Here's
they
what
were coming.
here's what kills me is how long has he had it in there? Did he like put it there while he was in the car with the other people. And why the gun? Why you have a sock full of pills? You're going to get busted for something anyway.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you stuff the pills?
I mean, they're gonna find it. How long did you
And
think
hide
he
the
could
gun.
stay in there? As CW said, "Oh my lord! Imagine if he suddenly farted and it went off. Bang! What the fuck? That's hilarious. Welcome, Wild Bill. Reverend Wild
That'd be
Bill is
horrible.
joining. Man, so yeah, I don't know how long he had it.
Like,
Let's-
that couldn't be a quick thing to do either. Like,
No.
how the fuck did you do that?
I mean, did they assist?
Dude, yeah, he had to have a friend. I don't know, man.
That
Like,
is wild.
that is unreal. Upon arriving at the county jail, Boyd was now walking with a limp and appeared to be clenching his butt cheeks when he walked. Boyd was placed through a body scanner, which detected a large object in his groin area. A strip search located 2 bags containing weed tucked next to Boyd's scrotum. Police then sought to remove an unknown item from Boyd's rectum. While Boyd continued to clench his butt cheeks, the cop was able to see that the object Boyd had in his rectum was a handgun. The weapon was subsequently removed from inside Boyd and secured in a patrol car.
And those cops are already pissed off that he's lied. So
The
I'm pretty
report
sure they
doesn't
probably
indicate
weren't-
whether or not the gun was loaded, by the way.
but I'm saying that those cops probably weren't too gentle when,
How
when
can you
they
be?
removed it.
It's not a gentle process, I would imagine, putting it in there.
But it just still kills me the fact that he had a bag of pills in his sock, but yet a gun up his ass and bags of weed behind his dick. What?
And
You're
pills,
going to probably do a hell of a lot more jail time for them pills than you would either of the other two things. Unless he was a
This
felon.
show will honestly make you question humanity and on a very deeper level.
I can't imagine being the reporter taking that too.
I wouldn't be
I'd
able to
piss
do it without
myself
cracking
laughing.
up.
Can you imagine having to be the cop that has to do that?
Report that? Yeah.
Not only report it, but actually pull the handgun out of his rectum.
I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm going on lunch.
I'm going
not-
on lunch.
no.
I'm gonna go eat a sandwich.
That poor rookie probably had the worst day of his life.
That's when the rookies come in. Come here, Rook. What do you need, Captain?
Get
see
your gloves.
see that black guy over there?
Get your gloves.
Get your gloves on. The confiscated pistol was a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, a 380 caliber weapon that weighs about 12 ounces and is about 5 inches long.
Holy moly.
With its micro frame size, the pistol is lightweight and simple to use, and is
Apparently.
perfectly suited for concealed carry.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh my goodness. A police check of Boyd's criminal history revealed his prior convictions for attempted murder, burglary, and domestic battery. He is in the subject of an active protective order and has been classified as a serious violent felon and a domestic batterer.
Oh, he's going to jail.
Yeah. Charged with an assortment of felony drug, gun, and traffic charges, Boyd was booked in the Vanderburgh County Jail, where he's being held without bond.
Because like Kelly said, why not throw it out the window
Yeah.
or do
Yeah.
something? Because for one, if you didn't have that gun up there prior and they pulled you over, it's going to take some time to put that gun up there. So you could have thought of 50,000 other things you could have done. Besides,
Imagine if
shoving
they
his gun
walked
your
up
ass.
as he was doing it. Like, what kind of fucking
And
surprise
scared
would
him.
that have been?
And he
walked up behind him, scared him, and he shot himself in the ass.
I can't.
Because how would you, I mean, yeah, honestly, how would you how would you handle that? Being a police officer, how would you handle that? Because you wouldn't know whether to be shocked or whether to fucking just crack up.
I'd have to
Because
laugh.
I'd be like, look,
That might have been my last day.
Professionalism would have
for
gone
that.
right out the window. I mean, I wouldn't be able to hold myself back. CW says, my husband is asking what, and what meaning, because she's laughing. She was like, I can't even explain. Hey, tell your husband to just watch the, you can watch the replay afterwards over there. So where do we go now? And here's what we got. Drug suspect claims someone put meth in his underwear while he slept. That's a good one. I did browse through that one. The come and go incident. And a woman asked cops not to seize her adult toy in the midst of a drug search warrant.
Oh.
So and a man busted for an Oreo attack on wife. I kind of want to go with
I don't even understand what that means.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they always. You'd be surprised, honestly, how many.
A lot of people
like
use food as a weapon.
Food assault charges, assault and battery charges with food. Get down. You don't need to be in the picture.
He wants to be on camera.
He was. He's bending up trying to look in the camera.
That's why I'm surprised I don't have any cats here. Every time we do the true crime show, I feel like they're like right here. Like they know you're on.
Right. Let's go with because this one is I did read through this one. This one's kind of funny. When corrections officer found a plastic cylinder containing methamphetamine under his penis, a Florida man denied ownership of the narcotics and claimed to be unsure how the package got in his underwear.
Oh.
Must have been a good night.
No, wait a minute, because if it's a corrections officer, is he already locked up?
Apparently. Yeah, it looks like it. The discovery of the drugs in the drawers of Caleb Phillips, 46, came yesterday evening as he undressed from his civilian clothing and changed into his jail clothing at the Indian River County Jail. Phillips was arrested Monday on a warrant charging him with failure to appear in connection to a pending DUI case. Phillips reportedly told a sheriff's deputy that he did not place the cylinder in his underwear, but speculated that the meth was somehow placed there while he was sleeping. Little meth fairy comes and stuffs meth in your underwear.
Yeah, it's like the tooth.
Can you believe this?
It's like the tooth fairy.
Like the tooth fairy.
That's like the free drugs at trick or treat time.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody said, I never once got free drugs. I was on free drugs a lot of times at Halloween, but Phillips apparently did not identify who purportedly accessed his underwear for meth delivery.
Oh, God.
I love the wording in some of these. These are great.
Mail delivery.
Phillips advised that he believed it contained Advil pills.
What?
Cops noted that the meth was inside a small package of Advil inside the cylinder, indicating that Phillips was aware of what the clear container held, because he mentioned the Advil in it. Phillips was charged with narcotics possession and smuggling contraband into a detention facility. Both are felonies. He's being held without bond.
So you're going in there for a misdemeanor.
You're
going in there for failure
FTA,
to
DUI.
Yeah, failure to appear for a DUI, which is a misdemeanor. I mean, unless it like is your 500th DUI. We've seen it firsthand.
Oh yeah.
But so you're going in there for a DUI and end up with 2 felonies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I told you,
we're stupid.
You will lose faith in humanity after listening to some of these things that we talk about here on the show. This guy wasn't going anywhere. I'm surprised he didn't have it in his record.
That's where everybody seems to be putting stuff
Yeah, I mean,
nowadays.
if you stick a gun up there, you damn sure get a little packet of Advil.
I'm still mind blown over that. I just
I
can't.
am too. I can't, as you can tell, I can't
I
get away.
can't move on.
I can't move on. This is traumatizing. Welcome, Ruby Slippers. Wild Bill says, the heck with them if they can't take a joke. Yeah, Phillips' rap sheet includes prior convictions for DUI, resisting arrest, marijuana possession, fleeing or eluding, possession of drug paraphernalia, leaving the scene of an incident, disorderly intoxication, and driving without a license. He covers all the bases.
But just really dumb stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It is kind of dumb stuff. We have to go to Come and Go. This is it's an actual like little convenience store. Almost like, what a name, man.
I would say why?
Because you
Why?
come there and then you go.
Was it something else before it became a Quickie Mart?
A Come and Go, not a Quickie Mart.
Well,
see, Quickie Mart, Come and Go, Quickie Mart. I can see. I see it.
But was it something else before it was a little convenient mart?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about. I've heard about this
with that name.
Come and Go place. Yeah. Is it in Iowa? We're going all over the place.
Where was the other one at?
Where
Indiana.
was it? In Indiana.
The first one was Indiana.
The first one was Indiana.
Oh, that's what. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, let me. I think this was Florida. Yeah, the meth was Florida.
Doesn't surprise me.
And the Come and Go, Iowa.
You don't hear much about Iowa.
No, an Iowan pleasured himself outside a Come and Go store and then departed for his nearby apartment. Why didn't you just go home first?
Now, see, that sounds something like it was like intended to be like a spoof, like making fun of the name.
Yeah, I mean,
like someone being a smart ass thinking they're funny.
According to the cops, the victims called 911 to report an unknown male had said sexual things to them and began masturbating in their presence. Hey, baby. What the hell? After a police canvassed the area or canvassed near the Come and Go, officers identified Kenneth Lee Kelly, 54 years old.
Oh,
I mean, all right, come on. 54 years old, and you're jerking off outside of a convenience store like, hey, ladies. 50 fucking 4. This, maybe he was friends with, maybe he's the one that stuffed the meth in the dude's underwear.
Maybe.
We're
gave the other dude his
here.
gun.
We're connecting dots. It doesn't matter if it's another state. We're connecting dots. I just that always blows my mind because some of the weirdest shit that we read on here sometimes, it's like 54. The one guy, the last one, was 46.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do people ever grow up?
No.
And me saying that said something. As a suspect in the public pleasure session, that would be Kenneth. Multiple subjects from Come and Go, neighboring business, and apartments identified the defendant as the subject. Contacted at home, Kelly denied that he was the individual captured on surveillance camera. Wasn't me. However, confirmed he had clothing that matched the video, and showed police a hat that was an identical match to the one worn by the suspect during the deed. So you're caught on camera.
Here's the funny thing. All I think about is, in Porky's.
I'd recognize that penis anywhere. It had a mole on it. Well, Bill says he was just taking matters into his own hands. It was your twin. No, I've seen what you look like, well, Bill. This is not him. You were no. Search warrant at Kelly's apartment, not the Kelly, not that Kelly.
But yes, it's kind of making me cringe a little bit.
All right, I'll say Kenneth.
It's okay.
Warrant at Kenneth's apartment resulted in the seizure of garments that had matched surveillance and traffic video or camera video from this incident. Additionally, a photo lineup was conducted and victims independently identified Kenneth as the 12:30 a.m. come and go masturbator. That's what they called him. The 12:30 a.m. come and go masturbator.
Is how much crime is actually in Iowa that when talking about it, they talk about it like it was a murder investigation.
Yeah.
Like
We got a search warrant. We were fully armed. We went in. The perpetrator was sitting there.
Damn it, masturbating.
Go away, I'm baiting. Come on, Idiocracy. That's a great movie. Go away, I'm baiting. All right. When questioned by police, claimed he wasn't exposing himself, but instead just scratching his genitals.
So much better.
That's it. Just giving it a little scratchy scratch. What the hell?
Oh shit.
Man.
At least it wasn't a toy this time. That was the last show.
Oh
At
yeah.
least it was his own junk this time.
Right. So speaking of toy, that was a good segue, and you didn't even realize it, Kelly. A woman asked, hey, look, during a drug search warrant, woman's like, please don't seize my adult toys. Don't take the double dong. You can't even gather a thought, can you, Mrs.
No, I have a
Dreads?
thought.
Oh.
'Cause, I work in fast food, and
I don't know where this is going.
and there's this chick in there. She had to have been homeless, and so people were calling the police on her, complaining. So they came in and stuff, and of course she has bags with her, so they asked them to search her bag and stuff. So she's like, whatever, and yeah, standing right there in the middle of the lobby, pull out a dong. I thought I was gonna
That's
lose
a
my
McDong.
mind. I started. I had to walk away because I started cracking up because just to see the expression on these cops' face when they're going through shit and just yanking out.
She didn't have a problem with it, apparently. Yeah, go ahead. Search it all.
Yeah.
Because she had that look on her face, like
Hey,
you wanted to
you wanted
'Cause
to
they
go
did.
in there.
because they didn't find shit in her bag. They didn't find, but that. I mean, they were like, well, we can't really do shit with her.
No, just don't do that at the come and go.
But yeah, oh, it was so.
We don't
funny.
have come and goes out here.
Thank God.
Yeah, not here either.
Call them one night stands.
You got the-
While SWAT team members were searching her backpack, where they discovered methamphetamine and other narcotics, Ariella had one request of law enforcement. Quote, don't take my dildo. The 27-year-old Ariella Messina, made this plea after investigators found a blue vibrator in the backpack. The backpack also contained her driver's license and a necklace with the name Ariella.
So they can take the necklace. They can take anything else they want. Just don't take her dildo.
Yep, take my license. Take it all. But
Take
please,
the drugs, not the rubbers.
please leave the vibrator alone. By asking for her sex toy, police declared, Messina made it apparent that the backpack was hers and she was aware of the contents inside. During the execution of the search warrant early Tuesday morning at the residence in Jensen Beach, Florida.
Go figure.
Go figure. Cop sees cocaine, meth, drug paraphernalia, and brass knuckles. Messina was one of 5 individuals arrested at the scene. In addition to her adult toy, police found a substance they tested positive for meth and muscle relaxants for which she did not have a prescription. I got muscle relaxers. I got a prescription. But I don't have a dildo.
Yeah.
At the time of her November 21st arrest, Messina was on probation in connection with a 2022 conviction for possession of cocaine, ecstasy, and marijuana. She's quite the little party girl.
Yeah.
Those drugs, court records show, were inside a locked safe in Messina's residence. Messina was booked in the county jail on a pair of felony drug counts. The whereabouts of Messina's dildo are not known at this time.
Probably heartbroken.
She's got to be fit to be tied, man.
If she's got a gun, she'll be good though.
Huh?
If she's got a gun, she'll be good though.
Yeah.
Apparently that works as well.
Hey, it does. It absolutely does. Poor Pitbulls Across America says she just wanted to come and go. That was good. Who needs a muscle relaxer when you have a dildo? Very true. Ruby Slippers, I'm speechless. Well, I hope this doesn't turn any new subscribers away, but this is the kind of shenanigans and antics we have on Wednesday mornings. It is not for kids.
No.
So, well, that was interesting. All right, I gotta know. All right, we'll do one more, and then I got some weird facts that some of you may not know, some of you may know. I thought would be a fun little discussion piece. We're staying in Florida for this one. Man busted for Oreo attack on wife, 75. A coffee maker
75.
I told you. It's like some of the, like, what the hell is going on with
So how much damage could he have really done?
with a pack of Oreos? Oh no, don't swap your dildo for a gun. Yeah, a pack of Oreos over a coffee maker argument.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm a little disgruntled at the fact that he wasted fucking Oreos. And were they double stuffed? That may hold a little bit more weight. A Florida pensioner threw a package of Oreos at his wife, causing the 75-year-old victim to fall to the ground. How hard did he throw these fucking Oreos? Was she already a little wobbly in the legs?
Was he a weightlifter?
Oh, you should see this guy. He ain't lifting anything.
I just can't even imagine a 75 swinging that hard either.
Right, that's what I'm saying. A felony battery charge
for hitting her with Oreos?
Yep. The woman said that she and the accused, John Sandoval, he's 70, got into a verbal argument in reference to the coffee maker not having any water in it.
Oh my goodness.
The quarrel took place Saturday in the pair's home in Sorrento, 30 miles north of Orlando. We're going to be in Orlando. Maybe we can go visit them. The couple's dispute turned violent. A probable cause affidavit states when Sandoval threw a package of Oreos, hitting her in the chest, causing her to fall. I don't care if Arnold Schwarzenegger, Nolan Ryan, it throws a package of Oreos and hits my little frail ass. You're not knocking me to the ground. I mean,
I hope Carlos is watching this at work today so he knows what's fucking coming next time he doesn't fill up that coffee maker. We had this conversation.
You getting Oreos in the chest there, Los.
Double stuff, like you said.
I just can't imagine how hard he threw these damn Oreos. While she was on the ground, the victim said Sandoval put his hands on her throat, but did not restrict her airway. During police questioning, Sandoval said his wife was yelling at him when he picked up a package of cookies and threw them at her, adding that he thought the Oreos struck his spouse in the head.
That's what he was going for.
The Oreos, not further described, were not confiscated as evidence. Sandoval, who said he helped his wife up from the floor, claimed to have no recollection of grabbing her by the throat. He was charged with battery on a person 65 or older, a felony. So soon, if anybody tries to beat me up here in about 14 years, that's a felony, buddy. He was freed from the county jail Monday after posting a $2,000 bond. According to court records, Sandoval was convicted in 2005 on a misdemeanor battery and sentenced to 3 years probation in order to complete a domestic violence intervention class and a batterer's intervention program. The victim in the earlier prosecution is the same woman. So this has been ongoing. This has been ongoing, yeah. Wow.
He just had enough.
Had enough. And bam, take that. Double stuff right to the chest. Click, clap.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Carlos, no Oreos, bro. No Oreos in the house. See, you learn something new every day, Reverend Bill. I just learned Oreos can be used as a weapon. 4 pit bulls. Well, let's see, Reverend. Had to be double stuffed to be heavy enough to do damage. 4 pit bulls across the bridge. So those Oreos just went up $3 a pack. He can no longer own a pack of Oreos. It's part of his probation. That's funny. Well, we got some weird facts. Do you have any off the top of your head, Kelly? Any kind of weird facts that you've heard over the years? Because I got some.
I don't know. You put me on the spot there. I'm not sure. I did read the one that you sent, though, and I thought it was kind of cool. I think it was I'm probably wrong, but it was like Scotland or somewhere in there. That's on your list. That you have to own 2 guinea pigs, or it is considered, I think it was abuse and neglect of animals. That was pretty wild. That one kind of blew my mind a little bit, but no, not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of your head. Well, I have some here. You know that flamingos bend their legs at the ankle, not the knee. Their ankle is halfway up. They're like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a good one. You know, sloths only come down once a month to take a shit.
Really?
And it's a pretty big one. Yeah. They only come down, I think it was once a month. We learned that at the zoo taking the kids, and we got lucky enough to see one. They were like, people never come here all the time, never see them. And they were like, they only come down once a month to take a shit. And we're all standing underneath of it taking pictures. Like, this is so cool. And then they're like, he's going to take a shit. We're like, could have used a little more warning than that, but yeah.
Interesting. Well, you know, speaking of sloths, you know they can hold their breath longer than a dolphin?
I read that on your thing. Yeah, that's interesting too.
By slowing their heart rate, sloths can hold their breath for up to 40 minutes.
Jeezy Pete's.
Dolphins need to come up for air after about 10 minutes. Yeah. I can hold my breath for maybe a minute. I got some pretty good lungs regardless of my smoke.
You do.
Just throwing that out there. Do you know that Fruit Loops are all the same flavor?
That's disappointing.
Yeah. All the same flavor. I was a little disappointed in that because I thought that they were supposed to be different fruit flavors.
Like orange and lemon.
If you eat them separately, they are. Now that I think about it, they are all the same flavor. Supermarket apples can be a year old.
Ooh.
Yeah. Think about that next time you go get apples.
But you think about it, though, because you get them, they're still crisp and good. And so, I mean, it's not really a big deal. It's just weird that they could sit for a year.
Yeah.
Well, it says that they're usually picked between August and November, covered in wax, hot air dried and sent into cold storage. After 6 to 12 months, they finally land on your grocery store shelves.
Hmm.
It's kind of gross, I guess. Do you know it's impossible to hum while holding your nose? Go ahead, try it. Can't do it, can you?
Mhm.
Huh? You can't hum through your nose.
You can't
Yeah,
hum your
well,
nose anyway.
Well, you can't hum. You can't because you need that, and then there's science behind it. You just tested it, didn't you? That's what this says. Normally, when you hum, the air is able to escape through your nose to create the sound, and of course, it can't do that while you're holding it shut. Okay. Octopuses have 3 hearts.
I knew that.
Did you? You guys like wasabi?
I like wasabi.
Yeah.
You like wasabi? Do you know that most wasabi isn't real?
Huh.
Wasabi is expensive. So most companies use horseradish
I could see that.
instead. Real wasabi is actually milder than what you've been getting with your sushi.
Huh.
Yeah, you'll learn something. We are educational. Hey, do you know the whole popular thing like say cheese? You know people used to say prunes.
But why? Because
Why?
cheese makes you smile.
Yes.
Like when you say cheese.
And this goes back to the 1840s. Where am I? London photographer told people to say prunes to keep their mouths taut. Prunes. That's where duck lips.
Yep.
That's where duck lips came from. Everybody doing that whole. They're saying prunes.
Yep.
Prune.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you know that tortoises can mate one time and hold sperm for up to 10 years? The female can. That was pretty wild too.
They can do what now?
Hold sperm.
So the tortoises mate one time, and the female can hold the sperm inside of her for up to 10 years.
Wow.
Yes. Minority facts from having giant tortoises.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. If anybody goes to the Philippines and wants to hit up their local Mickey D's, you can get a plate of spaghetti.
That's just gross to me.
Yeah.
It's
Pasta
that cafeteria spaghetti.
Oh, right. Pasta.
That's
The
Chef
pasta
Boyardee.
comes with a beef tomato sauce and a piece of McDo. That's what it says. MCDO. McDo fried chicken.
What?
Mm.
What?
Yeah. Do you know that a dunce cap used to be signs of intelligence?
Huh.
Yeah. 13th century philosopher John Duns Scotus believed that a pointed cap would help spread knowledge from the tip of the brain, and his Dunsmen followers wore them as a badge of honor. In the 1500s, though, his ideas became less popular, and the meaning of the Duns cap was turned on its head, becoming something of a joke. It's where the dunce cap, Duns from John Duns, philosopher. Yeah. Let's see here. Lobsters taste with their feet.
I didn't know that one either.
Yeah. How do you eat something, taste it with your feet? That's weird. Do you know that Three Musketeers bars got their name because they used to come with 3 flavors?
Really?
In the 1930s. They came in 3 packs with different nougat flavor in each, vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry.
Now I feel like I've been gypped all these years.
You kind of had. Now here's one. CW says, ew, 10-year-old sperm. Gila monster. This one's good. Before toilet, what do you think people used before toilet paper was invented?
Leaves.
Huh?
Leaves.
Leaves? You're close. Do you have a guess, Kelly?
Ooh, not really. That's what I would have went for, was leaves. Something
Yeah,
out of
I
the house.
kind of would have too before I seen this. Before toilet paper was invention, Americans used to use corn cobs.
Huh.
What?
Like the
Alternatively,
cob or the
or the husk. Yeah, that's what
husk.
I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
sorry, I was trying to think of the word.
They use periodicals. Alternatively, they use periodicals like the Farmer's Almanac, which was designed with a hole so you could hang in outhouses.
The Farmer's Almanac?
Which was designed with a hole so it could hang.
So you're wiping your ass with the Farmer's Almanac?
No. Well, alternatively, yeah, if you didn't have a fucking corn cob available.
Wow.
Maybe I should have read through these. Do you know the Empire State Building has its own zip code?
Huh.
Hmm.
Isn't that the one too that
Hmm?
is that the one that grows?
That was the Eiffel
Summer.
Tower. I did
That's
read that.
Eiffel
Yeah,
Tower. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower grows in the summer.
like
Due to
6 inches.
Yeah, like 6 inches due to the heat and the metal expanding. That's crazy. Do you know a blue whale's tongue can weigh as much as an elephant?
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Yeah. Their hearts, meanwhile, can weigh almost a ton
Jeez.
and needs to beat just once every 10 seconds.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I don't understand this. The largest waterfall is underwater.
That's pretty cool.
There are waterfalls under the ocean. At the Denmark Strait, the cold water from the Nordic Sea is denser than the Erminger Sea's warm water, making it drop almost 2 miles down at 123 million cubic feet per second.
Jesus.
Wow. Michelangelo wrote a poem about how much he hated painting the Sistine Chapel. Al, you want to hear it? Here's part of it anyway. I've already groaned a gorder from this torture, hunched up here like a cat in Lombardy. Yeah, he didn't like it, apparently. Let's see here. Shadows are darker on the moon.
Huh.
I don't know what that means. Some sea cucumbers fight with their guts, literally. When threatened, they'll shoot out their internal organs, which are poisonous to predators. They'll sometimes get rid of their entire digestive system, but the organs grow back. That's the
weird.
superpower I want.
You want to shit out your organs?
I want to. No, they come out their mouth. They like throw it up or whatever. They throw up their organs that is poisonous to people they don't like, and then they just grow them back. I can dig it. I love it.
Wow. And sometimes they fight with them.
Yeah, that's what they use to fight.
I thought it meant they actually fought with them.
Well, yeah, that is their fighting.
Like
they kind of throw them
no,
up.
like they fight with their organs.
What they do, in a sense, because they're poisonous to the predators. Well, they don't pick them up and like start whipping people with their fucking intestines.
No, what I'm talking
That's
about
what you're
is
saying.
no. I was thinking that they fight with their own organs. Like
no, they
like
use them to fight
totally
off
whipping
predators.
his own ass.
Yeah, what you doing? I'm kicking my own ass. Reverend Bill says he was given electric toilet paper for Christmas one year. It was a corn cob with an electric cord attached to it. See,
That's gross.
We are spitting.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So gross.
He still has family that uses outhouses. They keep the yellow pages in there to use as teepee. There's a special way you use it. What? Yellow pages for teepee? Please do tell.
Or corn cob.
You take a sheet with a hole in the middle. You stick your finger through it and wipe, then use the paper to clean your finger.
Oh, well,
That
I think I'm done with this show.
we still got 4 minutes and counting.
My uncle's house, he lived in Kentucky. My great uncle, his house, it was a gorgeous house in the mountains, but it was actually built around the outhouse. So his outhouse ended up in the center of his house, and then they built their house around that. I thought that was kind of odd but interesting that they decided to build their house around the outhouse.
So
it's
just in the center of this house is an outhouse?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of ass backwards shit in Kentucky. I will definitely say that.
Yeah, you got that right. We're neighboring states, and some of that oddball shit I know travels up north here. Do you know strawberries are not berries?
Yeah.
Neither are
not know that.
raspberries and blackberries. What's that, Kelly?
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, strawberry is a fruit.
True berries stem from one single ovary flower and have 2 or more seeds. Strawberries don't fit that bill, but bananas, kiwis, and watermelon do. So a banana is technically a berry.
So is a watermelon.
So is a watermelon.
Well, and a kiwi.
And a kiwi, as I just mentioned. A flock of ravens is called an unkindness.
Aw.
I did not know that either. That's
I thought it was called a murder. Oh, no, that's
It's
crows.
flock crows. Yeah. They're also known as a conspiracy. Flock of ravens. Let's see. Manhat ants are an ant species unique to New York City. Biologists found them in a specific 14-block strip of the city. No place else. Just right there.
Manhat ants.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Fancy riding on bikes is illegal in Illinois.
Why?
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I know.
Fancy riding.
That would mean that includes riding without hands or taking your feet off the pedals when you're on the street.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. Let's see.
I thought we were like fancy riding, like fancy. That's why I was very confused by it.
Okay. Oh, speaking. Okay. Most likely stands for fake words. In the 1830s, people jokingly spelled abbreviations incorrectly. One of them, one of the most famous, all correct, turned into oral, ORLKORREKT. All right. And then, of course, into okay. Historians think it's stuck because Martin Van Buren, known as Old Kinderhook, after his hometown in New York, supporters called themselves the OK Club when he was campaigning for re-election.
Huh.
Yeah. And then, yes, the Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona, not Paris.
Huh.
Queen Elizabeth's the second's cows sleep on waterbeds. Albert Einstein is an anagram for 10 elite brains. So you can get that out of Albert Einstein. Oh, here's one. Means we're at the hour mark. Here's one. Do you know Mr. Mojo Rising? If anybody's a Doors fan, and you say Mr. Mojo Rising, that's actually an anagram for Jim Morrison. You can take Mr. Mojo Rising out of Jim Morrison. It's pretty clever. Or riding backwards while sitting on the handlebars. Yes. So I don't know where to go from there. You can wipe your butt with a corn cob. Don't stick guns in your pooper. Be careful
with
of who
one
you
eye
fall
open.
asleep. Yeah, sleep with one eye open. You don't want to wake up and have jars of
Drugs in your rectum.
in your underwear and
In your behind your
the
scrotum.
gun went in the pooper. Yeah, we lost a lot of viewers. They'll be back. They always come back. They'll be back next Wednesday. But yes, thank you guys for listening to our
Shenanigans.
Some bullshit stories. But we do get serious, Kelly. We do get serious on and don't use Oreos as a weapon. Anything can be a weapon. You're gonna have an Oreos ban. That's right. We do get serious on Mondays. We are going to be talking the Cheryl Coker case. I'm in the works of trying to maybe get one of Cheryl's friends, good friends of hers, to maybe speak with us. Basically, maybe not so much about the details of this case, but who was Cheryl? I think to understand a case, you got to understand the victim. You got to understand
Get it from other people other than the media.
Yes, yeah, get it from no pun intended, the horse's mouth. Get it right from the people who hung out with Cheryl, who knew Bill, who knew maybe inside the family dynamic. And that is where I like to go. Not so much the details of the case. I would like to get her, opinion on what do you think, happened here? But more so, I want to know about Cheryl. And I want to know, about her relationship with Bill. So that's coming up Monday. What'd you say?
Wednesday.
Huh?
You got a show tonight.
I got a show tonight. Yeah, I got a show tonight too. Yeah, don't trust the media. Don't trust Big Brother. I am the big brother in my family. You can trust me though. So that's going to be coming up this coming Monday. I'm hoping we'll also get into the Idaho 4. I haven't talked about them in a little bit. That's always a that's an interesting case. I don't know too much about what's going on here lately. And of course any Delphi updates going on. Again, don't forget if you're feeling generous and can help out Hellvivor's Haunted Asylum of Horror over there on Indiegogo. And then yes, tonight 8 p.m. Eastern doing the Indie Horror Junkie podcast. Got Josh Brucker, writer, director, producer, and actress Anna Clary, who's been in some films like Late Checkout, The Woodman, which is also one of Josh's shows. So
plus the hard copy of Indie Horror Junkie.
Yes, the hard copy. You can get actual paper, actual magazine of the Indie Horror Junkie magazine. If you don't want to do that, well, you can always go to indiehorrorjunkie.com and you can download the digital version for free. $15 per issue shipped, $10 in person. And don't forget, you're going to need one of these for one of these. That was some shameless promotion. Thank you, Kelly, for hopping on, man. And
thanks for having me.
Hey, it's always good to get numerous opinions on some of these stupid articles we cover. I think we've learned a lot of valuable lessons today.
I do too.
Hopefully, lessons that we take to the heart, really apply.
So if you're thinking about doing any of the stupid shit that
don't try this at home. That's what we should have prefaced.
I'm leaving to go get some Oreos now. Stash in that cabinet, motherfucker.
Run, Carlos, run. She's got a good arm. All right. So, hey, with that, we're going to get the hell out of here. Have a wonderful hump day. And yeah, we'll see you guys. Don't forget to sub if you haven't subbed to the channel. It's the same channel. You get Trill Crime with Bobby Two Trill, Kelly, and myself. So you're gonna want to sub. All right, later.